Welcome back to the daily discussion. So, did you know your default mode for your brain typically is easy mode, right? You want to go after the easiest target. And every time some obstacle gets in the way, we want to go to the easiest path. And sometimes that means we just don't do what we're set out to do, or we just give up or go back into comfort. So today was one of those obstacles. Well, it's kind of been an ongoing thing with my rower, the Ergata. It's just been kind of glitching and having some issues. So usually I can just unplug it for a little bit, do another exercise that it's in my routine, and then plug it back in, and then I'm ready to go. But today, as luck have it, that did not work. I unplugged it for a little while. I did another exercise or two in my longer routine today, and then plugged it back in, and then it was just not having it today. So again, at that point, I had a decision to make. Either I give up because there's this obstacle in my way, or I just go ahead and make do with what I got. Well, the Ergata doesn't require power to row, so it's water powered. And then the intensity is basically how much you pull. There's more resistance because it's water based. So I knew that I was going to be physically capable of doing the row. The only difference is that I didn't have a measurement tool. And since my goal was 1,000 meters a day or 7,000 meters in the week, I wouldn't have a way to process that. But as luck have it, I know, roughly speaking, the power and intensity I have to use and how much time it takes to get there. So I just use that as a guide. Now, since today was my kind of like a heavier workout day, I usually do a slightly lower time limit on the row, but more intense. So I just went ahead and I typically would be able to get 1,000 to 1,200 meters within 5 minutes at a pretty steady pace, a heavy pace. So I put it on for 6 minutes and then went a little heavier than I thought I needed to make sure to get somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 meters. And that's good enough for me. Why am I able to do that though, so easily, just adjust to it? Well, it's because I've been practicing these skills and making sure that I understand that, hey, this obstacle, even though I may not be perfect, I just need to be present, right? So I just needed to get close enough and get it to some way of a close enough measurement that satisfies the result that I wanted. And the result I wanted was to get 5 to 10 minutes of a row in and a good pace, which would end up getting me 1,000 or 2,000 meters if it were to be axle tracked. Knowing that was good enough for me, like I said. So that's how I got through it. Having those plans, or just being able to reach that obstacle, and just, even though you get irritated, you just go ahead and get determined to finish it out anyway and get as close as you possibly can to what you think is right. Or if you have a way to measure it still, then still measure it and get close enough to be able to check that box. So let me know if that helps you. If a way to get through that default easy mode and get through and continue your progress. If you're having trouble with that, reach out to me and let's have a conversation, see if we can get you over that.